In a historic moment for space exploration, NASA scientists successfully opened a capsule containing a sample from an asteroid.
This is a first for humankind.
This is the largest sample of extraterrestrial material that will be brought back to Earth since Apollo.
This mission, spanning millions of miles, aimed to uncover the secrets of our solar system's formation and the origins of Earth. However, as the capsule revealed its contents, the scientific community was stunned.
Ancient black dust and chunks of particles were collected by the spacecraft.
Alongside the anticipated asteroid materials, unexpected discoveries emerged.
Scientists describing it as a time capsule to our ancient solar system,
challenging our current understanding of the universe. These findings promise to revolutionize our cosmic narrative, sparking fresh inquiries and discoveries. Join us as we explore the fascinating contents of the largest asteroid sample ever collected by NASA. The impressive cosmic adventure. Since the inception of the world, asteroids have been the ancient remnants of the solar system's formation, moving around the sun like cosmic marbles and providing valuable clues to the cosmos's history and evolution. They range in size from tiny stones to massive colossus. Often relegated to the realm of science fiction and disaster movies, asteroids, in their actual sense, play crucial roles in the ancient history, present, and future of the Earth's solar system. The role of these celestial bodies in the formation and sustenance of life on Earth has become a fascinating hypothesis, yet to be fully proven. Hence, on one hand, the asteroids have been theorized to have carried the building blocks of life, including organic compounds like carbon and water to Earth, thereby depositing some crucial elements needed for the emergence of life. These elements include amino acids. This process is what is known as panspermia. However, also hidden among these celestial bodies are a handful of dangers, projecting the potential for earth-shattering collisions that could send humanity back to the Dark Ages. Thus, as demonstrated by the Chicxulub crater, large asteroids on a collision course with Earth could trigger devastating global events, which are most likely believed to have contributed to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Aware of this fact, NASA decided to set off on an epic journey to space by sending a spacecraft to one of the closest asteroids to Earth to gather samples and predict the chances of the devastating collision. Therefore, in order to provide valuable insights into the history and composition of the solar system, they launched the OSIRIS-REx mission, serving as a bold and innovative step in the exploration of asteroids. The OSIRIS-REx mission was launched in 2016, with the objective of collecting samples from the surface of the near-Earth asteroid Bennu and delivering the samples back to Earth, where the scientists will gather the clues for proper analysis. The initial studies of Bennu reveal the asteroid to be approximately 4.5 billion years old. On December 3, 2018, the mission arrived at Bennu and took detailed measurements of the asteroid's shape and mass before successfully collecting the samples on December 31, 2018. After the sample collection was successful, the mission returned the sample to Earth on September 24, 2023. Meanwhile, of all the asteroids in the solar system, Bennu was chosen to be the center of the research because of its proximity to Earth, and also because its orbit is well known and comparable to Earth's. In actuality, it is one of many thousands of near-Earth objects orbiting within 120 million miles of Earth. According to scientific reports, Bennu orbits the Sun every 436 days and comes close to Earth every 6 years. This makes it an ideal target for NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission. More so, the celestial body is huge and large enough for spacecraft to land on it safely, with a diameter of approximately 1,650 feet. In addition, Bennu's composition, which is rich in carbon-based materials, makes it a promising candidate for sampling and potential resource extraction, as the materials are very important to life. It actually kicked off the evolution of life by just delivering water and organic materials. This is one of the reasons asteroids like Bennu are always thought to have played a major role in the early development of life on Earth, while posing a low risk of colliding with Earth. On account of these, what makes the asteroid a potentially hazardous object is its close orbit to Earth. Hence, NASA has already calculated that the risk of collision through the year 2300 is relatively low at a probability of 1 in 1750. The impact, however, will not destroy the planet Earth, but might cause some pretty significant damage where and whenever it touches down. According to the experts, it was said that an asteroid of Bennu's size would likely endanger the local area around the impact, but it would definitely not cause mass extinctions. But then, to avoid the projected disaster, the advanced warning provided by the OSIRIS-REx mission tends to help scientists take measures long before an impact. One of such measures could be to redirect the asteroid entirely using the kinetic impactor technique, as demonstrated by NASA's DART mission. This DART double asteroid redirection test mission was carried out on September 26, 2022, where a spacecraft successfully crashed into a small asteroid called Dimorphos to change the asteroid's orbit. Later, as officially announced on October 11, 2022, the mission was a massive success. NASA DART successfully shortened Dimorphos's nearly 12-hour orbit by a whopping 32 minutes, exceeding previous estimates. What, then, are the unexpected finds on the large asteroid Bennu? Giving an analysis of the report received from the OSIRIS-REx mission, NASA reported that the mission discovered an abundance of water and carbon in the sample. This acknowledgement provides strong evidence for the theory that asteroids like Bennu played a pivotal role in delivering water and organic material to Earth. According to Bill Nelson, NASA administrator, he described the sample as the largest carbon-rich asteroid sample ever returned to Earth. This discovery serves as a major milestone in human understanding of the solar system and its origins. Bill Nelson also added that the water was locked inside the crystal structure of clay minerals, thereby providing clues about how it was transported to Bennu and later down to Earth. Hence, Bennu samples contain plentiful amounts of water that are locked up in minerals like clays, which are also rich in carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. OSIRIS-REx samples represent the largest pristine reservoir of such material on Earth. With the analysis of the OSIRIS-REx sample, however, carbon accounted for almost 5% of the sample's total weight, and it was present in both organic and mineral form, which tends to be the key to life. Using the advanced technologies, the preliminary analysis of the findings was done, which involved scanning the sample with electron microscopy, X-ray computed tomography, and more, revealing further insights into the depths of the Earth. These preliminary results, according to the experts, point to a likelihood of further discoveries that could support the theory that early Earth was seeded with the ingredients for life by celestial objects like comets, asteroids, and meteorites. These objects bombarded the young planet Earth. Other scientists studying the extraterrestrial samples also found abundant water-altered compounds called phyllosilicates, as well as a rich collection of other organic and hydrated minerals on the asteroid Bennu. According to the report, phyllosilicates are structurally bound to water and meteorites. This led to the belief that they may have been the cradles for organics and water suspected by the scientists to have been delivered to Earth early in its history. The mission team thereby reported that the stones cataloged in the samples also contained a variety of textures, hydrated minerals, and evidence of space weathering, as is expected from an airless rock that is eons old. Based on the analysis given by a research scientist, Andrew Ryan, many of the cataloged rocks from Bennu are boulders with rough sand and a paper-like texture. Most measured minerals confirm multiple predictions made from remote sensing data collected from OSIRIS-REx as it approached Bennu. So far, this analysis has been consistent with the leading theory that Bennu broke off from a much larger asteroid about 2 billion to 700 million years ago. But in the meantime, The latest analysis shows Bennu rocks littered with impact-related breccias, which are rock fragments loosely held together like pebbles in concrete. These breccias probably did not form on Bennu, but rather formed on the parent asteroid, and then in themselves became boulders that were incorporated into Bennu. In a statement, NASA said the secrets held within the rocks and dust from the asteroid will be studied for decades to come, offering insights into how our solar system was formed, how the precursor materials to life may have been seeded on Earth, and what precautions need to be taken to avoid asteroid collisions with our home planet. Although more work is needed to understand the nature of the carbon compounds found, the initial discovery bodes well for future analyses of the secrets held within the rocks and dust from the asteroid will be studied for decades to come. They will offer insights into how our solar system was formed, how the precursor materials to life may have been seeded on Earth, and what precautions need to be taken to avoid asteroid collisions with our home planet. More so, another senior NASA scientist named Daniel Glavin revealed that the early analysis found that the material is loaded with organics. Describing the material, he claimed it to be an astrobiologist's dream, indicating a wealth of organics. However, the initial analysis was done on a small amount of material that escaped from the sample container during the capsule's trajectory back to Earth. As precious as this sample from asteroid Bennu seems, it is placed under tight security in a specially designed lab at the Space Center, accessible only to scientists in protective gear. Hence, initial images of the sample displayed a smattering of charcoal-colored rocks, pebbles, and dust that had been left in the outer part of the spacecraft's sample storage canister. Meanwhile, technicians were carefully disassembling the canister to retrieve the primary sample, which was expected to hold even more valuable insights. According to Dante Loretta, who is the principal mission investigator at the University of Arizona, he revealed that the team immediately examined the bonus sample of the overflow from the spacecraft's storage canister. This bonus sample, further stated, reveals the presence of iron sulfides and iron oxides, which are minerals that typically form in environments rich in water, thus supporting the theory that Bennu may have had contact with little water at some point in history. Let's explore another reservoir of essential elements, which includes the nutrients that are important for all life on Earth. The layer of the Earth's crust. As the scientists continue to carefully open the OSIRIS-REx sample canister, another unexpected surprise was uncovered. Inhabited inside asteroid Bennu. Found in the sample are bright white particles of magnesium phosphate. These minerals are rare in astromaterials, which initially led experts to suspect that they might be contaminants. However, the analysis of these sample materials, led by Dr. Jessica Barnes, an assistant professor at the Lunar and Planetary Laboratory, promptly reveals and confirms the magnesium phosphate as indeed being part of the Bennu sample. Presenting the intriguing insights about this mind-blowing sample at the Lunar and Planetary Science Conference held in Texas, Barnes revealed that there are no good chemical analogs of the mineral on Earth. Hence, it is not commonly found on the planet. This is because it is too fragile to survive the fall to Earth. In a case where it suddenly did, there is a tendency for it to vanish soon after. She further shared how the presence of the mineral in Bennu's sample can be used to infer different episodes of geologic activity on Bennu's parent body. Consequently, the samples contain the widespread presence of glycine, which is the simplest amino acid, serving as a key component of proteins. Interestingly, being a crucial ingredient in proteins as well as other water-bearing minerals, including carbonates, sulfites, olivine, and magnetite, it is suggested that the Bennu parent body witnessed multiple water-related incidents before its fragments coalesced into Bennu. What impact does this phosphate sample have on the planet Earth? The discovery of these diverse compounds and minerals in Bennu's samples includes and shares fascinating insights into the crucial roles that phosphorus plays in organic molecules. The presence of water in asteroids like Bennu could definitely not have only played a part in the formation of the solar system. It also potentially serves as a transport system for life-essential compounds, like phosphorus. Hence, phosphorus serves as an important element in the Earth system, originating from phosphate. The Earth system model of the phosphorus cycle stands as a complex interplay of processes and phenomena, with each operating at different spatial and temporal scales. For example, geologic processes such as uplift and weathering occur over thousands to millions of years and influence the phosphorus cycle. Meanwhile, human activities, such as fertilizer usage and agricultural practices, alter the phosphorus cycle within a much shorter time frame. This often happens within months or years. The phosphorus cycle refers to the movement of phosphorus within and between the biosphere, hydrosphere, and geosphere. This cycle matters because phosphorus is an essential nutrient for sustaining life on Earth, where it plays a central role in the transfer of energy within organisms, the structure of the genetic material entailing DNA formations, and also in the structure of cell membranes, bones, and teeth. Therefore, the availability of phosphorus in the ecosystem is a significant factor in determining its productivity and biomass. When other resources, such as light and water, are abundant, ecosystem productivity and biomass are often limited by the amount of available phosphorus. This is the primary reason mining phosphorus serves as an essential component of the fertilizer used to enhance soil quality for agricultural activities. Phosphorus operates through both the abiotic and biotic parts of the Earth system, especially in the living organisms, water bodies, and the Earth's crust, which are the soils, rocks, and minerals. It is primarily found in the Earth's crust, as the process begins with the weathering and erosion of sedimentary rocks that contain phosphate PO43 minerals, thereby releasing phosphates into the soil. As these rocks weather and erode, dissolved phosphates enter the soil and travel through rivers to the ocean. Hence, the primary producers, which are the photosynthesizing organisms, such as algae and plants, both on land and in the ocean, absorb the phosphate needed to produce organic compounds necessary for the survival and growth of all organisms. With this process, the phosphate acquired by organisms is thereby returned to the soil or water through animal excretions and the decomposition of dead organisms, which helps to replenish the soil and water sources. Meanwhile, humans also greatly influence the phosphorus cycle through the release of mined phosphates into ecosystems, especially in the form of fertilizers, which can also only be gotten from detergents and sewage waste. Significantly, aside from wind distributing small particles of dust containing phosphorus, there are no major gaseous forms of phosphorus. For this reason, only very small amounts of phosphoric acid move through the atmosphere. Meanwhile, the concentration of phosphorus in terrestrial and aquatic habitats is highly variable and can be impacted by numerous factors, including human activities and environmental phenomena. Human activities such as mining, agriculture, and industrial processes can increase or decrease the availability of phosphorus in ecosystems. However, environmental phenomena such as rainfall, drought, temperature fluctuations, and the potential of hydrogen of the soil or water bodies can influence the cycling and availability of phosphorus. The composition of rocks has a significant influence on the levels of this organic material in soil, fresh water, and coastal environments. Hence, the rock cycle, especially the rates of weathering and erosion with different rock types, have considerably different concentrations of phosphorus. On this course, the type of rock that is weathered plays a major role in determining the concentration of phosphorus and other nutrients in soils, freshwater environments, and coastal waters. It is now these phosphorus levels that in turn influence the biodiversity of plants and animals. On the other hand, increased precipitation, deforestation, and mining, due to various human activities and environmental phenomena, can increase erosion and thus increase the transport of phosphorus and other nutrients into soils, freshwater environments, and coastal waters. Deforestation, habitat loss, and erosion can reduce the nutrient levels in soils. Hence, the process of mining phosphate and the production of fertilizers also introduce pollutants into the environment, which alters habitats. More so, the use of fertilizers for agricultural activities typically increases the amount of chemical nutrients in soil or water, especially phosphorus and nitrogen. These nutrients increase plant and algae growth. However, increased nutrients are not always a good thing. For example, in aquatic environments, nutrient-rich runoff can cause large numbers of algae to grow. When these algae die, they are consumed by bacteria, which can reduce oxygen levels in the water, killing fish and other species. This process is what is known as eutrophication. Changes in ocean circulation patterns can alter the concentration and distribution of nutrients that are transported offshore. Dissolved chemical nutrients, especially phosphorus and nitrogen, are critical for marine organisms, including the growth of plankton and algae, which form the base of most ocean food webs. When organisms die, they sink to the bottom of the ocean, where their nutrients are released as they decay. These nutrients can be returned to the surface by ascending currents through a process known as upwelling, which is caused by offshore winds. Regions with coastal upwelling have highly productive ecosystems because of the nutrient-rich upwelled water. Changes in atmospheric circulation patterns can alter the concentration and distribution of dust, the airborne particles that contain phosphorus and other nutrients for life on land and in aquatic environments. How have these samples helped the scientists prepare for the future? The trajectory into the future. In addition to the 2.48 ounces, equivalent to 70.3 grams of sample already collected from the outside of the canister, NASA managed to fully open OSIRIS-REx's sample container to find another 1.81 ounces of asteroid Bennu within. In all, the probe collected more than twice what scientists had hoped for. OSIRIS-REx completed its asteroid sample return mission, and then the probe parachuted a tightly sealed container back to Earth. This was recorded on September 24th, before embarking on a secondary mission named OSIRIS-APEX, going by its next space rock target, the asteroid Apophis. Talking about specifics, the container was actually secured inside a larger enclosure, built for protection during the probe's arduous journey. As OSIRIS-REx collected its asteroid samples in space, a portion of the material wound up inside this protective enclosure, but outside the designated sample container, giving scientists some of the Bennu sample before the main canister was unlocked. Far exceeding their expectations, mission operators managed to collect 2.48 ounces before opening the inaccessible part of the OSIRIS-REx return capsule. Still, scientists and space enthusiasts everywhere become anxious to know what OSIRIS-REx's grand sample total would be. And now, with the new tool having been derived, scientists have access to all of the probe's asteroid sample, and the results are in. Combined with the samples already collected, OSIRIS-REx returned a total of 4.29 ounces, equivalent to 121.6 grams of material from asteroid Bennu, which is more than double the mission's goal and the largest asteroid sample ever collected, according to a recent NASA release. For comparison, the Japanese aerospace agency Hayabusa 2 mission only brought back about 0.18 ounces of material from its asteroid target, Ryugu, in December 2020. For the next few years to come, the mission's science team will continue characterizing the samples and conducting the analysis needed to meet the mission's science goals. NASA will preserve at least 70% of the sample at Johnson for further research by scientists worldwide, including future generations of scientists. As part of OSIRIS-REx's science program, a cohort of more than 200 scientists around the world will explore the regolith's properties, including researchers from many U.S. institutions, NASA partners, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and Canadian Space Agency, and other scientists from around the world. Additional samples will also be loaned later this fall to the Smithsonian Institution, Space Center Houston, and the University of Arizona for public display. More so, NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, has provided overall mission management, systems engineering, safety, and mission assurance for OSIRIS-REx. Loretta, the principal investigator, leads the science team and the mission's science observation planning and data processing. Lockheed Martin Space in Littleton, Colorado, built the spacecraft, provided flight operations, and was responsible for capsule recovery. Goddard and Kinetex Aerospace were responsible for navigating the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft. Curation for OSIRIS-REx, including processing the sample when it arrived on Earth, is taking place at NASA Johnson. Now let's look at how the extraordinary findings about the asteroid's samples were made possible using the OSIRIS-REx. Getting a glimpse into Bennu's history. The state-of-the-art instruments fixed aboard the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft made the mind-blowing discovery about Bennu's samples possible. The 5 instruments, each with specific functions, allowed meticulous analysis of the asteroid's surface. The first of these advanced technologies is OSIRIS-REx Visible, which is an infrared spectrometer. Its main purpose is to hunt for organics and other minerals by measuring visible and near-infrared light. The next is the OSIRIS-REx Thermal Emission Spectrometer, which uses thermal infrared to take Bennu's temperatures and map mineral and chemical abundances. This spectrometer works with the first to map Bennu over a range of wavelengths to select the best site for collecting samples. Also used is the OSIRIS-REx camera suite of Occams. This is a 3-camera suite to map Bennu, consisting of Polycam, MapCam, and SAMAM. Polycam, being the largest, acquired the first images of Bennu, taking them from 1.2 million miles out, and also captured high-resolution images of the sample site. MapCam hunted for satellites and dust plumes around the asteroid, mapped it in color, and took photographs to create topographic maps, while SAMCAM documented the collection and capture of the samples. The 4th instrument, however, is the OSIRIS-REx Laser Altimeter OLA. Its job is to scan the entire surface of Bennu and send back data to create highly accurate 3D models. According to scientists, one of the 2 Canadian-built lasers failed during the primary mission, but it kept working beyond its expected lifetime and collected all the information required for OSIRIS-REx to land. Regolith's Ray Imaging Spectrometer Rexus is the last instrument. This spectrometer was used to study X-ray emissions from Bennu and help with the creation of a map showing the abundance of different elements on the surface. Unlike other imaging instruments, Rexus examined the composition of the asteroid at the level of individual atomic elements. What about the magnificent asteroid itself? Unknown facts about asteroid Bennu. Bennu was discovered on September 11, 1999, during a near-Earth asteroid survey by the Lincoln Near-Earth Asteroid Research Center. The asteroid was given the provisional designation 1999 RQ-36 and classified as a near-Earth asteroid. Bennu was observed extensively by the Arecibo Observatory and the Goldstone Deep Space Network using radar imaging as Bennu closely approached Earth on September 23, 1999. Bennu has a roughly spheroidal shape, which resembles a spinning top. Bennu's axis of rotation is tilted 178 degrees to its orbit. The direction of September rotation about its axis is retrograde with respect to its orbit. While the initial ground-based radar observations indicated that Bennu had a fairly smooth shape with one prominent 1020 boulder on its surface, high-resolution data obtained by OSIRIS-REx revealed that the surface is much rougher with more than 200 boulders larger than 10 on the surface, the largest of which is 58 meters across. The boulders of the asteroid contain veins of high-albedo carbonate minerals, believed to have formed prior to the formation of the asteroid due to hot water channels on the much larger parent body. The veins range from 3 to 15 centimeters wide and can be over 1 meter in length, much bigger than carbonate veins seen in meteorites. Also, there is a well-defined ridge along the equator of Bennu. The presence of this ridge suggests that fine-grained regolith particles have accumulated in this area, possibly because of its low gravity and fast rotation, which is about once every 4.3 hours. Observation by the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft has shown that Bennu is rotating faster over time. Due to the uneven emission of thermal radiation from its surface, as Bennu rotates in sunlight, the rotation period of Bennu decreases by about 1 second every 100 years. What are your thoughts on this new discovery? Share your ideas with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.